Hello everyone, very good morning, good afternoon and good evening. Those who are in North America, very good morning, and those who are in Asia, good evening. Today I'm going to create 2-hour video tutorials on Java programming. I will create 2 video tutorials. One is on Java fundamentals and another one is on object-oriented programming. If you watch these 2 video tutorials under 2 hours, you will have at least clear concepts on Java programming. Alright, I open an IDE and it is called Eclipse IDE. First I want to create a Java project. Okay, we can create a Java project, we can choose Java project, or we can choose to create a project with Maven. I'll choose Maven rather than choosing Java project. Okay, so I'll click on project. Okay, then click on Maven. If I don't find any option to go to next, what I will do, I will type here Maven, then go to Maven project again, and now we can see we have option to go to next, and I click on next, and now we have new Maven project, and I will check in create a simple project, then just click on next, then I'll put group ID. Group ID can be anything. I'll put .com and name of my company. Okay, name of my company is class code like a superstar class. Okay, then artifact ID will be the project name of the project, so I'll name it Java fundamentals. Okay, Java fundamentals, then click on finish, and here it is, Java fundamentals project. If we click on this drop down, we will find a lot of files and folders have been created by Maven. This is the beauty of Maven. Maven is so powerful. Maven is build automation tool that can help us to handle our projects and dependency, different kinds of software dependencies very efficiently and without spending any time. If we click on pom.xml, we will find the pom file, and we can put our dependencies here. Okay, to dependencies, and inside the dependencies, okay, dependencies. Okay, and inside the dependencies you can put different dependency on log4j, dependency on testng, dependency on anything you want. Okay, right here. And since I don't need it right now, I don't want to spend my time here. Here src main Java, we will code our Java program right here, and this file is for resources, and if you conducting any testing, you can keep your test cases here. Okay, and we want to program Java, so I just right button click here and name it, I'll take package first and name it Java Basic, and name of the package should be always starting with small cap. Okay, and inside Java Basic I will create a Java class. Okay, take class, and class will be always in capital cap, and this is variable, say for example. Okay, variable.java, or you can just type variable, then click, just check in public static void main, meaning main method in Java. Main method in Java is an entry point for our Java program. It will help us to execute our program or codes. Okay, click on finish, and this is our first Java class variable. Public is access modifier. Access modifier can be of 4 types: access modifier, default modifier, protected, and private. Okay, and class keyword. To create any class we have to use class keyword, and variable is class name. And after class name we have opening curly braces and closing curly braces, meaning scope of our class starts here and ends here. And inside the class we have main method, and as I told you before, main method is the entry point of any Java programming. And this is comments. In Java we have 2 types of comments. One is single line comment. Variable is nothing but a container or box that stores data. Okay, and another type of comment is /* then press enter. Automatically it will be closed with // and in between /* and // you can type anything. If you have to type or keep notes more than 1 line, you can use multi-line comments. Variable stores single data. Okay, and variable can be of different types. Okay, it can be string type. Okay, and it can be integer type, it can be boolean type, it can be long, short, and so on, or it can be double. Okay, and these are primitive data types as well. We will not discuss primitive data types as I assume many of you already know it. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I want to declare a variable first. I can say int a equal to 100, and after every line of code in Java we use termination. Termination is semicolon. Okay, then int b equal to 20, and we can say int c equal to a plus b. Okay, and we can just type CSO and press Ctrl plus spacebar, and system.out.println will be auto completed. System is class, and .out meaning output. We want to print output. Println is built-in method in Java. Okay, it will print our output, whatever we want to print inside the console. This is console area where we can see our output, and this is canvas area where we can type or program or code and execute our program. And this is package explorer. We call it also project explorer. Okay, now if I just right click anywhere inside the canvas, then run as Java application, then click on OK, it will be executed. Our program will be executed, but we cannot see anything because we didn't put any input. I can say A and Control Alt down arrow to copy, and I can print also B and print C. Now this A is nothing but a container or variable. It can be varied. Instead of A, it can be D, and we can print D, still output will be the same. Okay, or it can be X, Y, Z, whatever we want. Okay, name of the container or variable can be anything. All right, then let's execute it again. Right here we can also execute from here. Okay, and we can execute from run as Java application, and we can also run from here, right button on class, and run as Java application. So we can run our program from 4 different places, 4 different ways. Okay, and it can be also, I can say a string f name is David. Okay, and string name last name is Blake. All right, and we can print CSO control spacebar his name is plus f name and then a space. Okay, and L name. Okay, his name is first name is David and last name is Blake. Blake. All right, now his name is David Blake. Okay, fine. And even we can use double. We can say double cell is equal to 120k. Okay, and I can also print and he makes sell, okay, per year. All right, now let's execute it, run it. His name is David Blake and he makes 120k per year. He makes, there is a space, okay. Wonderful. And now let's create a class and let's discuss about class and object. I think before going to class and object, we have to discuss about method. Okay, method can be mainly two types. One is main method, actually not main method, built-in method or inbuilt method, and another one is user-defined method. Okay, user-defined method is defined or created by the developers or programmers as per our requirements. Okay, so I can say actually string name equal to string, always be inside the quotation mark, okay, double quotation mark. Name is CC, say for example CC, okay, CC Blake, and age is integer and her age is 21 and she makes salary 110k, okay, per year. All right, now we cannot access it from here. Okay, I cannot print name, can I? You see there is an error. Why? I will explain later on. Okay, before going to explain it, let's create public void display. This is method, okay, method. This is method. Now every object class, every object has two types of characteristics. One is its properties, okay, its attributes, its fields, okay, variables, etc, etc, and another type is, another characteristic is what it can do, what it can take action. We call it behavior. So display parenthesis is, whenever we put parenthesis, it indicates it's a method, okay, method in Java, function in Python, okay. And we can say so control spacebar and we can say this is my first method, okay. And another method I can say just void, okay, void print, okay. And I can say so this is also a user defined method, okay, and this is second method. All right, then right button click, try to execute. It will not be executed. Why? You see, it says exception in thread main, because cannot make a static reference to the non-static fields. Okay, now comes to the point, what is static and non-static? Let me say static. This is static method. Static void, static void speak. Now if we look and observe very carefully, we will find this is public void display method, which is non-static. There is no keyword static, and this is also non-static because there is no word static. But in the third method we find a keyword called static. So this is static method. What are the difference between static and non-static method? This is static method. This is also user defined, but this is non-static, static method, but these two are non-static. Now we couldn't execute this non-static methods, and even we couldn't access all these properties, fields, variables, whatever we call them, because this is static. But this is also static too. If the method is static, we don't need to create any object to access the properties or behavior, whatever. So if I just copy static method, I can access it directly. You see, I can access it directly, and if I execute it, it will be executed, and this is static method. But if you bring display method, we cannot access it because this is non-static. So how we can access it? Definitely we can access it, but if we want to access it, we have to create object for the class. And we have another method that is prints. And let's try to access it. We cannot access it because this is also non-static. It says cannot make a static reference to the non-static method display. But we can access pick because this is static and this is also static. Now to access non-static method and non-static variables, what we can do, we can create object. Even if we want to access name, we cannot. To access it, we have to create object of the class, and class and object is main two elements for object-oriented programming. So object-oriented programming is all about class and object. Actually, we will discuss it in object-oriented programming. Let's stick to variables, properties, behavior, methods. built-in method, user-defined method. And user-defined method can be also two types. One is static and another one is non-static. Static method can be accessed directly without creating object of the class, but non-static, we cannot access them without creating object of the class. Then what is the purpose of creating object? The purpose of creating object is to access the properties, okay, the methods. How? Let me show you. So to create class, we have to first write name of the class, okay, then reference variable, it can be m1, okay, and this is reference variable. We call it variable because it can be varied. Instead of m1, we can write method 1, okay, or you can put your name, it really doesn't matter. Then when we say method in variable, we call it reference variable because it is referencing to the object, newly create object. Still we haven't created any object. When I just write equal sign and then use new keyword and type the name of the class, parenthesis, and put semicolon, a new object has been created. Not yet created actually. When we just run it, the object will be created, okay. And remember this, when we create this class does not take any memory or space in the computer or in the memory, okay, but whenever we create object, it takes memory or space. All right, now we have one object, okay, this is object. Now the problem is, in the YouTube, everywhere 99% instructors or tutors are telling this is the object, this is the object. I'm telling no, this is not the object, this is the object, okay. And this is reference variable referring to the object location. So this is I'm calling this is object obj, okay, and m1 is just a reference variable that is referring to the object. Clear? Okay, fine. I hope it is very clear. We all have to be clear the concept if we want to move forward, if we want to understand object-oriented programming and advanced Java programming. Okay, so what I can do, I can create another object. Just I press Ctrl Alt then down arrow. Okay, I can create another object and I'll just change the reference variable name. And now to access display, I can just say m.1, okay, and I can type m.1 and creating the reference variable to the object. I'm going to access the display method and print method, and also I can access here with m1 dot name. Okay, and now if I execute, our program will be executed without any error. All right, so this is static method, this is my first method, this is also user defined method, second method, and name is CC Blake, and I can access her age and salary, whatever she has, name, age, and salary. Okay, now the problem is, even if you want to, let me first execute it. Okay, CC Blake, she is 21 and salary is 110k per year. If I want to also access object 2 with the reference variable m2, m2, and m3, let's see, and we will find everything same. So object 1, object 2, object 3 is printing the same name, age, and salary. Even if we print with object 3 reference variable, it will remain the same. So to make it functional, what we have to do, we have to actually redefine the values. So I have to say m.2 name equal to Ria, say for example. Okay, Ria, and m2 age equal to 25, and m2 cell is 120k. Now it will print different than this one because we change the value, we redefined it. Okay, now CC Blake, CC, okay, CC Blake, let me just take a look. Let us take a look. Okay, CC Blake, and CC Blake, and no change. Okay, why no change? Let's see. Actually, we can redefine it here. Ria, okay, Ria is different now. Same way we can redefine for m3, m3, and this is now Hima, and Hima is 27 and she is making 130, say for example. And now you find 3 object has different values. Okay, all right. Okay, fine. Now if you have to create 50 different objects, what it will happen? You have to redefine the properties, attributes value 50 times. If you have 100 objects, you have to change them 100 times. Okay, now it will take much more time to type it, code it, program it. Okay, so to solve this problem very efficiently, very efficient manner, okay, without wasting our time, what we can do, we can just declare our variables and not defining the values of the variable. Okay, all right. And what we can do, double is cell. And now what we can do, we can generate actually the concept, we call it constructor. You can type constructor here. How we create constructor, we just type the name of the class, it will be in the same name. Okay, whatever name of the class, the name of the constructor will be same, and parenthesis, then curly braces. This is the constructor. Okay, and why we use constructor? We use constructor to set the values, initialize the values of the properties or attributes or variables right here. Okay, so instead of defining or setting the values here, attributes value, property value, we set the values here. Okay, how? We say now name equal to Ria. Okay, age equal to 21, and cell equal to 120k. All right, wonderful. Okay, now we don't need to all these things again and again. Okay, right? You don't need to write all these things again and again. Okay, now if we execute it, what will happen? You see, Ria, 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 all are Ria. Okay, now this is one way. Okay, one way, but we can handle it more efficiently. I can just right button click here. Okay, just after the variable we declare, okay, anywhere here, right button click, go to source, okay, and click on generate constructor using fields. These are our fields. Okay, so the fields we have created, variable we have declared, this name is right here, age and salary. Now if I want to put say for example string profession is software engineer, so for example. Okay, we have one more, sorry, we are not defining the value. Okay, now right button click and go to source. Okay, go to source and generate constructor. Now you see we have profession. Okay, profession is added. Now select fields to initialize. Now we want to initialize the values. You see this has been created. Now this is handling constructor or creating a constructor or generating a constructor more efficiently, because I didn't need to type public method. Actually it can be just method, really doesn't matter, but it can be also public or it can be private also if you want. Okay, if you keep it private, other people cannot, from different class, cannot access it. Okay, if you keep public, anyone can use it, access it. Okay, so now you see inside the constructor we have string name, string profession, integer age, double salary. Okay, if you have more variables, properties, okay, there will be more here. Now we see super keyword. Okay, when we use constructor in Java, if you do not create constructor, okay, still constructor will be there by default, that is created by Java, and it will remain invisible. We cannot see it. It will remain unseen, invisible. But if we create constructor, it will become visible. And when you generate constructor, super keyword will be automatically in. Okay, its meaning we are using global variable and local variable. Now this is local. Whatever inside the method, within the method, within the method scope, they are local. Whatever outside the method scope, they are global. So these are global, and this is inside the method, so it is local. So whatever we have inside the method, these are local variable. Okay, now how you differentiate between this global and this local? Okay, it's very important. Now to differentiate global, we use another keyword in Java that is very important. Okay, in Java I think there are more than 50 keywords. Okay, and these keywords we should avoid in naming convention using all these keywords. Okay, now this name is this, meaning this is global, this name, and this profession is this profession, this age is this age, and this cell is this salary. So this keyword is indicating the global variables, global attributes, global fields. Okay, now this we call them parameter, and these are the parameter also can variable. So these are actually local, and it can be variable, and these are also variable. It can be varied. Instead of name you can write full name, or just N, or just P, just A, S. It really doesn't matter. Now we have this parameters. Now certainly we have to put their value somewhere. Where this is, you see, now we have red mark under the object. So inside the object, okay, inside the object, inside the parenthesis, we have to put all these values now, and hence we don't need to reset or redefine the values of the properties. This is very efficient, and it saves our lot of time. Okay, and very straightforward. If you just watch this video second time or third time, the concept will be clear. If you can practice several times, you will never forget it. Now name is, say for example, I'll say Jahidul Islam. Okay, and age is 21. I see age first, or profession. Okay, I'll say profession is software engineer. Okay, and age is 21, and salary is 120k, say for example. And second object, inside the second object we put name is Tad. Okay, Tad is my teacher, actually my project manager's name, and she is instructor or project manager. Okay, and he is 27, and salary is 150k. All right, and Jonathan is head of quality control. Okay, and he is 35, and he is making 140k. all right, now look how we can access all these things very efficiently. Okay, what's wrong with it? It's not. Yes, now it's working. You see, Jahidul Islam, age this. Actually we can display them im m1 im I can say I am software development engineer in test, and I make per year. Okay, so we can make it more presentable this way. I'm Jahidul Islam, I'm 21, I'm an estate. Okay, I'm estate. This is profession. Okay, and same way we can make more presentable each and everything. Okay, so this is Constructor, and I hope it is very clear. We already taken 52 minutes. I want to conclude here, and in the second video I'm going to make the concept clear on object-oriented programming. I will talk about 4 principles of object-oriented programming, like inheritance, abstractions, polymorphism, and encapsulation. Right, so thank you so much. I know time is precious. I'm taking almost an hour from your life, okay, but I hope this video will worth spending an hour to clear the concepts on class, objects, and constructor especially, and also methods, okay, static and non-static, everything in just one video under 1 hour, and another hour we will spend on object-oriented programming. Okay, so I can keep some notes. What is class? Class is nothing but blueprint that helps to create object. So object is an instance of the class. Okay, what is object? Object is an instance of the class because it is created from class. Object is created from class. And one thing I can mention, class is just a logical entity but object is both logical and physical entity. Okay, why it is logical and physical? Because whenever this is obviously creating from logical entity from class, that is why it is logical. And at the same time, whenever we are creating object from a class, it's taking space in the memory, because when we create object, it has an existence. It has become concrete and taking spaces in the memory. So this is both logical and physical. Okay. And constructor, and another thing we discussed, there is methods. Okay, methods are nothing but, what is method? Methods are nothing but block of codes or programs, okay, that only executes when they are called by name. So if you don't call by name of the method, it will not be executed. So we have to call them. We have to call inside the main method. Okay, we have to call them. We have to call them by name. Okay, so until or unless we call them, they will not be responding. They will not be executed. They will not be running or showing anything. They are so they are so VIP. Okay, you have to call them. All right, and methods can be two types. One is built-in method and another one is user-defined method that is developed or created by us. And user-defined method can be two types. One is static and another one is non-static, that I have shown here and clarified. In constructor is also method, but it is a special method. Okay, special method to set or initialize values for the properties. Okay, set. We can use the word also defined. Okay, that's all for today. I think I could keep my promise. I said at the beginning I will complete under an hour, within an hour, and we are exactly now at 55 minutes. Okay, thank you so much. If you like it, please feel free to share and subscribe my YouTube channel. Okay, I will keep creating new video tutorials. Please subscribe it so that you can get a notification at least whenever I upload a new video. Thank you so much. That's all for today. Thank you. See you again.